Dharma receive the Dharma Sutra. Okay, tonight we continue to study on the Dharma Sutra. So today is August 16, 2017. Welcome for tonight meditation and Dharma talks. Anybody first time here? Just 2 people? Okay. So if you are first time you study this Dharma Sutra, we are on chapter 12, right? 11. Chapter 11. In the previous chapter, in 10, the Buddha outlined the attainments of Bodhisattva. I mean, a Bodhisattva cannot able to attain anything. I mean, if an arahant or a Bodhisattva, whoever achieves the state of enlightenment, they should not attach to their stage. They have to keep going to the next level. So in arahant, there's 4 levels, and a Bodhisattva is almost 50 level of a Bodhisattva. So every time you meditation, your mind is calm and peace. You try to let it go. Don't hang on. Because all the peace and the calm is what? Is impermanent, right? Today you are turbulent, tomorrow you are peace, or next time you are peace. So all this peace and calm during our meditation is impermanent. It will change. So don't attach to that peace and calm. Try to meditate next time. So the more you meditate, the more your mind will be calm and calm to the state of stillness, right? So in the last chapter, we talk about attainment. A Bodhisattva attain something that he or she should not attach to their attainment. It's like when we achieve something, we should not attach that achievement. It's like if you are on first grade, you should not attach your first grade. You're second, you should not attach to second. If you're in college first year, you should not attach to it. If you attach to it, then you can not go to second and third year, right? You can stay there forever. If you're a freshman, you stay there for freshman forever. So a Bodhisattva, enlightenment person, they should not attach to their state of enlightenment. They can continue to practice until they achieve Buddhahood, to fully enlightenment. So chapter 11, chapter 12, chapter 10 talk about the state of enlightenment. And then we go to chapter 11. Today we will talk about chapter 11 about the achieve of merit and virtue, right? So we should not attach to whatever merit and virtue we attain. So anybody volunteer to read chapter 11? Troy, can you read chapter 11 for us?
Subhuti, if there were as many Ganges rivers as the number of grains of sand in the Ganges, would you say that the number of grains of sand in all those Ganges rivers is very many? Subhuti answered, very many indeed, world honored one. If the number of Ganges rivers were huge, how much more so the number of grains of sand in all those Ganges rivers? Subhuti, now I want to ask you this. If a daughter or son of good family were to fill the 3,000 chiliocosms with as many precious jewels as the number of grains of sand in all the Ganges rivers as an act of generosity, would that person bring much happiness by her virtuous act? Subhuti replied, very much, world honored one. The Buddha said to Subhuti, if a daughter or son of a good family knows how to accept, practice, and explain the sutra to others, even if it is a gatha of 4 lines, the happiness that results from this virtuous act would be far greater.
Okay. So this chapter, he compared the virtue and merit. compare and contrast. So the Buddha gave example that he asked the Buddha, one of his disciple, if there's what as many Ganges River. So Ganges River is in India. This river is very long. It's from the Himalaya to go down to the Indian Ocean. So today we will not talk about Ganges River. We talk about Mississippi River. So in the United States we have the longest river, right? Mississippi. Mississippi River is the longest. So here he talked about the merit, the virtue, like he gave example like the sand or the grain in the Ganges River or in the Mississippi River. So if you practice giving merit and virtue, give out like the Ganges River or Mississippi River, how can you count? Can you count the grain of the Ganges River or the Mississippi River? No. But here he say, if you are able to use the merit and virtue and giving like the Ganges River or Mississippi River, like the grain. But if one grain of the Mississippi River is another Mississippi River, can you count? It's beyond your counting, right? So he's give example that is that merit a lot? Whoever gives, if you say that he give $1 million, that's a lot, right? But here the Buddha say there's a trillion of dollars. You consider a lot of merit, right? A lot of virtue. But he compared this merit virtue is not a lot, then recite the 4 Sutra, the 4 lines of the Sutra. If you recite the 4 lines of the Sutra and you put into practice, it's more merit and virtue, then you give all your $1 billion to the poor or the charity. Why is that? In generally, we have two kind of merit and virtue. First, we have what we call condition. So he talked about the first thing is the condition, right, of merit and virtue. If you have a condition, merit and virtue is very limited. But the second merit and virtue he talked about is unconditioned merit and virtue. So whatever they have unconditioned, that's merit and virtue will be infinity. You cannot count it, right? So he compared the 2 types of merit. The first merit is material offering. Material offer you can count, right? Like you give $100, $200, $300,000, you count. But if you given your help other people by liberation, their suffering, you help them free of suffering. Can you count? No, right? Talking about your friends right now suffering, and you give guiding, you give some explanation, some teaching, and then they will release their suffering. So that is the merit and virtue is more than the merit and virtue you give her or him $100 or $1 million, right? Because they are suffering, you give material, they still suffering anyway, right? Doesn't matter how much money you give them, or material you give them. If they are suffering, they still suffering. But here you give the explanation, the teaching, right? The love, the compassion, and you will release their suffering. So that is merit and virtue will be stronger, more than the material, right? So that's why he gives example that doesn't matter how much you give the material, like the grain in the Ganges River or Mississippi River, that's a lot, right? You cannot count the merit and the virtue you give it like a sand, the grain in the river. But if you are able to practice, give them the Dharma, the teaching, and they put into practice, and they will be able to liberate themselves, they will release their suffering. So that is the merit and virtue is unconditioned. So whatever unconditioned is infinity, you cannot measure. But something conditioned, you have to there's a measure measurement, right? So here he compared the two conditioned and unconditioned blessing. So that's why a lot of people ask why monks and nuns, they don't go out and volunteer, do charity. All they do is stay home and practice. In Buddhism, we have three kind of giving. The first one we call giving materials, right? Like money, clothes, whatever you have, right? Materials. The second giving is giving the Dharma. And the third giving are giving no fear. So the first consider of charity, giving material, money, all of this stuff. Usually Buddhist monk and nun, we don't do a lot, but we give in what? Giving the second and third thing, the Dharma and the non-fear. The Dharma is the material you give. It's like if you help the homeless people, $100, they just eat one day, and then that's it. But if you teach them, they can transform their homeless into rich. You see that? Not only this life, but next life, next life. Only you give material this life. Sometimes they use the money, they do drug or do bad thing too, you don't know. So you see that? Compare the giving of material and the giving of the teaching. So education is very important, right? That's why Buddhist monks and nuns, they practice, they learn, they teach, they do their practice, and they go share the teaching. So people will be more educated, more understanding, and there will be less suffering. Just like the Buddha himself, when he enlightened, and when he have this peace, calm, he go place to place to share this calmness, this peace, right? He don't give, even though he has a lot of money, he don't give money, right? Before he become a Buddha, he's a prince. He has a lot of gold in his palace, right? But he said this material, when you give them, they arise of more greed, more laziness, right? Just like you say, these homeless people, you give them more money, let's give it, right? But they use it and they become lazy, they don't find a job, they don't find work, right? So that's why we have to help them, guide them to find work, right? That's why creating job is very important than giving money, right? So it's very important that we have to educate and to train them rather than give them. Sometimes they have this money and they use it in the wrong way, and their merit and virtue will be less. So that's why giving the Dharma, giving the teaching, education is very important. And the third giving, what we call giving of non-fear. Whoever fear, we have to talk with them. We have to educate them. Just like when we go to as a monk, we have to go to the funeral all the time. Or people are about to pass away. They ask us to come and to be there when they're about to stop breathing. Yeah, right. So we've been there. We have to be there and give them a non-fear. Right? Teach them their lesson. Give them some guiding. When you close your eye, you let this body go. Don't hang on it. Right? So that's the giving of non-fear. The most thing that we fear is death, right? Dying. Right? Sometimes we lost family member, we have some kind of fear, right? And then we always guide them. So non-fear is the highest giving of all the three giving, right? So the first one is material, the second is giving the teaching, the third is giving of non-fear. For example, your children are afraid of ghosts, and then they are afraid to sleep by themselves. What do? You tuck them in your bed, right? You bring them with you, or you go sleep with them. So comfort them, so there will be less fear. But if you run away, you try to sleep by yourself, and they get more fear, more anxiety. You see that? So this giving of non-fear, everybody can do it. You can do it for your children, you can do it for people around you. Or during the war, people have a lot of fear, violence, right? That's why being a leader, we have to say something that people Let go of their fear. Don't make them more fear. Right? So be a leader or whatever, a priest or a mother or father, whatever. When there's a problem in the house, we have to be educated, we have to teach them to be calm and peace. Even the problem is very strong, big, but we can transform this problem into a small problem. Right? So that is very essential for us to give in on non-fear. So another example that when we give in with unconditioned, rather conditioned. If you give in these three things with condition, then what you're limited, there's the limit of virtue and merit. If you give in of unconditioned, then what? You're happy to do it. You volunteer to do it, right? If you give in with somebody force you to do it, then the merit and virtue will be not allowed, right? Sometimes you do it against of it. So giving here, three kind of giving with unconditioned, with the love and compassion, rather than the force, right? So that's why very important for us to give it up, non-return. Right? You see that? Another giving that when we meditate, we have feel the peace and calm, and after meditate, we can send out this love and compassion. We send out this peace around the people around us, the city, the environment around us, the state, the country, right? So every time you meditate, there's a peace, calm, stillness, and you send out this love, the environment around you. Because every one of us, we have a mind, there's an antenna, right? You can send out signal through your energy practice. You see that? So it's very important that, for example, if you live in a neighborhood that is a lot of violence, a lot of bad stuff. Now meditation and you send out this love, compassion. So imagine everybody do that. They can transform violence into non-violence. You can transform this environment, right? So our mind is very important. When we have peace and calm, we can transform the whole environment, right? So even our, for example, in our family, mom and dad always get an argument, always get fight, or brother or sister. We have to meditate and share in love, compassion, and then they can able to receive it, and then later they can able to transform for themselves. You see that? So that's another giving up through our mind. So it's also this chapter talk about the conditioned giving and unconditioned giving. Let me tell you just a story about this related to this chapter. This is a story about this little prince, see about 12 years old, and this king and queen have only one daughter. So do you know how much they love her? A lot, right? They give everything to her. So one day this prince very she get very agitated. She when there's a rain day, and she went out to the palace and see the water. When after the rain, there's a water dripping down, and there's the sun coming out. There's a bubble. So when the bubble drop, what we call dew, right? There's a dew drop, bubble drop down. The sun reflect. It looks like diamond, right? And in her mind, she's like, "Oh, I wish I can have this kind of necklace." And then she went to her bed and lie down the whole day. And the queen went in and said, "My little prince, how come you come out eat today?" And she did not say anything. The queen tried to ask her, and she just covered her blanket and did. And then this news go to the king, and the king and the queen went in her room and asked, "Why? What's the problem? Anything wrong with you?" And she said, "Mother, father, today I went out, I see a lot of bubble, like diamond. So I want to have this necklace. bubble necklace. If you give me, mother and father, queen and queen, if you give me this necklace, I will live. If you cannot provide me this necklace, I will die. At that moment, the king and the queen, what? They are very worried that their daughter will die, right? So the king ordered that anybody can able to make a necklace, diamond bubble necklace, give to the little prince. He will give all the money in the treasure, in his palace. So all this new paper coming out, and everybody try to, nobody want to volunteer to do it. If you cannot do it, the king at the time they will chop your head. Everybody volunteer to do it. Get bubble and use and thread to sew it, become a necklace. So nobody in the village, in the city, they're able to volunteer. And one of this old man, he's very blind. And then he said, I volunteer to do it. And then this news go to the little prince. He's so happy. And the old man said, my little prince, go back into normal. Tomorrow I will sew the necklace bubble for you. And the little prince very happy, joy, she cannot wait till tomorrow. This old man can able to sew a bubble necklace. So the next morning, the king and the queen and the old man went out, and the little prince and the old man say, oh, I feel sorry today. You know, my eye is blind, I cannot see what bubble is beautiful. So little prince, can you pick me the little bubble? What bubble the best you can give to me? And I show it to you. And she said, oh, she's so happy. She go get the bubble, there's the rain, the water comes out, the bubble. She try to pick it up, it's what? It's break. Every time she give to the old man, it's break. And she do this in the morning, afternoon, or night. She say, oh, daddy, mommy, I'm tired of this bubble. I don't want this anymore. And then the king say, oh, I'll give you the real diamond necklace instead of bubble. So that is the end of the story. Everybody understand the story? So the Buddha gives example that the king is represent the Buddha himself. And the little prince is who? It's all of us. Usually we check and the bubble, water bubble is represent what? All the material around you. When you have it, it's all gone, right? Car, house, wife, husband in your hand. When you don't have it, you want it, put in your hand and then you get tired of it. Right? So the Buddha is the king. After he saw her daughter get tired of all the bubble, now he truly gives the true necklace. The true necklace here is talking about the diamond sutra, the diamond mind, the prajna, the wisdom, right? Instead of all this stuff, all the things you have in the world will what? It's like bubble, right? You have beautiful wife, beautiful husband, beautiful children, sooner or later they what? It's like bubble. Doesn't matter. Then you can give them, you can give with them 20, 30, 40, 50 years, that's all right. And all this will disappear. Only our true awakened mind. That's the true nature, right? So go back to our original story. That's the lesson we can learn. Today we say we don't have money, and tomorrow we have money, then what? The money will gone, right? So if we wish something, we got it in our hand, and then we feel tired. Like before an iPhone coming out, a lot of people are excited, right? And then after a couple of months, they say, oh, they just rush around, right? Usually in a couple of weeks, they try to protect, try to put in cover, try to do all this stuff. And then use a couple of months, couple of weeks, couple of years, then you just throw around, right? Like trash. It's like that. Everything. In front of eye we look beautiful, but when we got it in our hand, it's like bubble, right? So that's the story. Remind us that everything you have in this world is impermanent. Only what? Only your true awakened mind, your true love, your true calm and peace, stillness. That's the infinity that it will never change, never impermanent. So nothing can destroy that thing, right? Only you have to practice and to achieve it. So here he talks about the comparison of conditioned virtue and merit to the unconditioned virtue and merit. And it's also that we can recite the 4 lines of the Sutra and put into practice is more merit and virtue than we give it. Let me give an example, another example. There's a Sutra in Buddhism we call the 42 chapter. The Buddha gave an example that it is better to give one good man than giving 100 bad men. One good man is better than 100 bad men, right? A terrible man. It is giving one who observed the 5%. Whoever took the 5% is better than 1,000 good men. And then another one is called for that if you give a 10,000 of whoever observed the 5%, is less than the person who achieved the stage of the first stage of enlightenment. And then he said that if you give 10,000 of the people who achieved the first stage of enlightenment, it's not better than giving one person who achieved the second stage of enlightenment. And then he go on and tell, give another 100,000 of second stage to a third stage, one person of third stage, and then another 100,000 of third stage into the fourth stage. So continue to the arrowhead. And the last one is say, even you give a million, giving to a million of Buddha, it's not a lot of merit and virtue than give a person with no mind, no thinking, no attachment. You see that? So here he compared the material you give to all 1,000 million of Buddha is less merit than you go back to your own awakened mind. Because to go back to your awakened mind is have no more greed, no more anxiety, no more fear, no more attachment. But even if you give 1 million of Buddha, you still have fear, anxiety, you still attachment. You see that? So you compare an unclean mind to a clean mind. Even if you give 1 million of people who are unclean mind to one person of clean mind, it's more merit and virtue. So why he gives this example? He gave us this example to show us that doesn't matter how much you give out, but if you still have greed, anxiety, fear, all this stuff, that will not help you, right? But only if you practice, you read the sutra, you just read 4 sentences and put into practice and transform your whole mind into stillness and calm. It's more merit and virtue than do all the material outside. So what are the 4 gather, 4 lines? We wonder. So there's many in the sutra we have studied almost like 11 chapters, right? You can there's a 4 gather here. I give you 3 examples. The first is there's no mark of self, there's no mark of other, there's no mark of living being, there's no marks of life. I mean there's no self, no other, no living being, no life. If you have that stillness mind, that is merit and virtue, right? And then another one is if one see me in a form, one see me in a sound, he practice in a wrong way and cannot see the Buddha. I mean whoever uses form, attached to form and sound, and cannot see the awakened nature, then the person practicing the wrong way, right? So a wrong way here means you're chasing form, chasing sound, chasing smell, and you attach all these 6 senses. That means you practice the wrong way. If you practice the wrong way, you cannot see your awakened mind. You see that? And then the last one is contemplate on all conditioned Dharma, I mean all conditioned phenomena are like dream, illusion, bubble, shadow, like a dream, drop, and lightning flash. Contemplate them thus. So contemplate all the Dharma, all the phenomena, like dream, like illusion, like bubble, like shadow, like bubble, drop, like lightning flash. So if you can able to contemplate that, you can able to awaken your true nature. So any 4 lines you can remember and practice. That's very simple, right? Very easy. It's easier than you go to donation here and here, because you don't have a lot of money like Bill Gates, right? To give it, right? You see that? That's why here he said that we have to look deeply to our awakened mind, because we have this treasure that hiding in this 4 element, right? Is the bottom of our mind. We have awakened nature. Try to look out, try to look up and find it, try to investigate, try to search for it. Rather than spend your whole life chasing all the material outside, and sooner or later, all the material will go back to the world, and then you carry with you with 2 things: good karma, bad karma, right? That you can carry with you when you die. So that's why this chapter talk about giving of non-giving, right? Giving without attachment, generosity without attachment. So that is the highest giving. So we will start this chapter. Next time we will study chapter 12. Anybody have any comment, question, anything that you'd like to share? Very simple, right? But how to practice it? No question? Come. Yes, go ahead.
So I have a question. So, all the forms that we deal with, and we try to aspire to no form. What category do you give compassion? Is compassion a kind of form, or is it something beyond that? Is compassion a feeling, or is compassion?
There's 2 types of compassion. When you actually live your awakened nature, awakened mind, that's compassion that has no form. But if you live with your greed, angry mind, then the compassion will be limited.
So compassion is a way to get to that state?
First, we have to get enlightenment, and that compassion will automatically come out by itself. You cannot practice compassion. If you try to practice compassion, then compassion is come and go, but not truly compassion. You see that? The compassion is automatic. It's like space, air. When you see suffer people, you automatically feel bad for them. We feel help, release of it. This automatically comes from our true nature. So there's no form. If something form is limited, something unformed is no limit. So that's why our compassion like space. Can you measure space? You cannot, right? So our compassion is the same thing. Sometimes we use the compassion differently. I love this group, I don't like that group. That's not compassion. This compassion is equanimity. Everybody is the same. No hatred, no love. It's beyond love and hate. So that's why Buddha see all sentient beings like their children. But for us, we cannot do that. Some group we like, we see our children. Some people we don't like, they are our enemy. So that is not truly compassion. That's what we call compassion with limit. So something with form is limit, something with no form is not limit, like space. Okay? Any further question? Got it? All this question? All this chapter? Joe, no question today?
Are there two selves, an egoic self and a true self, or is it just one, but with varying degrees of ignorance and wisdom?
When you have delusion, there's two or three, but when you are not delusion, there's none. It's like we say, oh, there's greed mind, angry mind, frustrated mind. When we delusion, we divide many. But when you are awakeness, actually it's just bubble. You see that? Because right now we are still don't understand our mind a lot, so we have to calculate. We have to name it. Right? So after you enlightenment, there's nothing to name. There's no more label. It's like, why do we have the first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade? We have to label it so children can able to learn. And then you finish the whole college, full university, PhD, there's no more level. You see that? It's level to compare where your wisdom is, where your knowledge is. But if you study all of them, then there's no need to level. So all the greed, anger, delusion, mind are just a thought. It's come from a thought. Right? That's why Zen, we go directly. We don't say, oh, I have to destroy my anger, and next time I destroy all my anger is gone, I have to destroy my greed, and all my greed is gone, I have to destroy my delusion. You don't have to do that. It takes a lot of time. Just everything is thought. No thinking. None of the things arise. Just directly. All those stuff is a bubble. There's a big bubble, small bubble. All just bubble here. So when you see your awakened nature, you see all this thought in your mind is like bubble. It's just come and go. It's like cloud. You don't have to do anything. You have to just sit there and fight. Have you used this method, that method? That's why Zen teaching is not method of none method. Right? Go back of none method. If you use a method and then you attach your method, then you cannot enlighten. But first, we begin, we have to use some kind of method. If there's no method, we cannot practice, right? That's why first thing we have to follow our breath. For beginner, when the meditation, when we teach, we will teach them how to count the breath. Just follow your breath in and out. Observe your breath. And when your mind is more calm, and then go to the next stage, next step, and see your thought. And when your thoughts are calm, your true nature will appear by itself. You don't have to do anything. Because your true nature, your awakened mind is already there. Because all this cloud that covered up. So how do we do all this, get rid of all this cloud? Do you need a knife, a boom, a stick, or something to whack the cloud go away? No, let it go, come and go by itself. But first, beginner, we have to use the breath, count the breath, right? Count in our breathing, focus on our breathing, focus our body, focus compassion, whatever method you use. There's 84,000 methods. Or you can sit here and recite if you go to church, recite God, Jesus, right? Or the person that you like. You can recite your mom, you get enlightenment. Namo mom, namo mom, namo mom. Right? You can use any method. If a person you like, you should recite. Namo dad, namo dad. Any method. So all those things is just method to calm our mind. So when our mind is calm, you don't need those things. When you see your mind is like your verbal mind is just like a cloud. It's come and go. At that time, your practice is very, very simple. Right? You don't have to sit around meditation. You just do practice 24 hours, even during your sleep. Right? But we are not that level yet. We have to have schedule. We have to have set up a schedule, practice, see our mind, how to stop our calm, how able to calm our mind. Okay, any further question? Michael, you have a question? You just raise your hand up.
No, you answered it earlier.
Okay.
You answered people's question.
Okay, we will recite the vows and we will have to go. Living being or innumerable, I vow to save them all. Reflections are endless, I vow to eradicate them all. The Dharma dog uncountable, I vow to study them all. The Buddha raised and excelled, I vow to attain it. I vow to the merit and virtue from this who goes everywhere, enrich everyone, so that all of us and all living beings realize the Buddha.